What if the very thing you believe makes you a good person is making your life worse? What if your kindness isn't kindness at all? What if every time you say yes, when you want to say no, you are slowly teaching the world that your need does not matter? Many people spend their entire lives trying to make everyone happy. They avoid conflict. They apologize when they have not done nothing wrong. And yet, despite all their effort, they often end up feeling exhausted, overlooked, and deeply unhappy. The cruel irony is that the more they give, the less appreciated they feel. The more available they become, the less expected they are. And yet, the more they try to please others, the more they try to lose themselves. Today, we are exposing the dark side of people pleasing because being too nice might be costing you more than you realize. And by the end of this video, you understand why the strongest people are not the one who always make everyone happy. The strongest people are the one who always understand themselves despite the situation. Imagine a prison with no bars, no guard, no locked doors. A prison where you can walk out anytime and yet somehow you never do. That's exactly what people pleasing feels like. The prison exists inside your mind. Every decision you filter through one question: what would others think? What will other people think? Before you speak, you worry. Before you act, you hesitate. Before you choose what you truly want, you ask yourself whether someone else might be disappointed. Slowly, your life stops belonging to you. Instead, it becomes a performance designed to keep everyone comfortable. You smile when you are upset. You agree when you disagree. You volunteer when you are already exhausted. And because you are so focused on everyone else's happiness, you forget to ask simple question: what about me? The tragedy is that most people pleasant don't even realize they are trapped. They think they are being kind, they think they are being selfless, they think they are doing the right thing. But deep down, they are running from something. The fear of rejection, the fear of conflict, the fear of being disliked. And fear is a terrible foundation for kindness because true kindness comes from strength. People pleasing comes from fear. And there is a massive difference between the two. Listen, nobody is born a people pleaser. It develops over time. For many people, it starts in childhood. Maybe they grow up in a home where approval had to be earned. Maybe they learned that being obedient got them attention. Maybe they discovered that saying yes kept peace. Maybe they discovered that saying yes kept the peace. So they adapt, they become the helper, the peacemaker, the good child, and one who never caused problems. At first, it worked. People praised them, teachers liked them. But there was a hidden lesson underneath all that praise. A dangerous lesson. The lesson was your value depends on making other people happy. And once that belief takes root, it follows you into adulthood. You become terrible of disappointing people. You avoid difficult conversation. You struggle to set boundaries. You struggle to set boundaries for yourself. You constantly seek validation from others because you've never learned how to validate yourself. The problem is not kindness. The problem is believing that your worth depends on someone else's approval. Because the moment your self-worth is placed in another person's hand, you have surrendered your power. And that's exactly what many people pleasers unknowingly do. Listen, people often talk about the benefits of being kind, but nobody talks about the cost of being too nice. That cost is enormous. The first cost is exhaustion. Think about it. How many times have you agreed to do something you didn't want to do? How many times have you sacrificed your own time to solve someone else's problem? How many times have you agreed to do something that does not even belong to you? Have you agreed to spend your time? Every unnecessary yes comes with a price, and eventually the bills arrive. You become mentally drained, emotionally exhausted, and physically tired, not because you are weak, but because you are carrying responsibilities that were never yours to carry. The second cause is resentment. This is where people pleasing becomes especially dangerous because while you are smiling on the other side, anger begins to grow on the inside. You start feeling unappreciated. You feel used. You feel invisible. And eventually, you begin asking yourself questions. Why does nobody care about me the way I care about them? But the uncomfortable truth is this: you train them not to, because every time you ignored your own needs, you taught others to ignore them too. Do well to subscribe, do well to like, do well to comment, and also share for more speech like this. There is a painful truth that many people never discover it until it is too late. People don't always respect those who give the most. In fact, sometimes they respect them the least. Why? Because life is so unfair. Shouldn't kindness end as appreciation? Shouldn't generosity create stronger relationship? Shouldn't sacrificing for others makes people value you the more? But in a perfect world, that is yes. In this generation, in the world that we have, it is no, it is a bigger no. Because human psychology does not always work that way. Imagine two people, the first person says yes to every request. When you need money, they will lend you. When you need a favor, they are available. When someone needs someone to cancel their plan for them, they are ready. They are already in ground to make such requests. Imagine another person. They are kind, they are respectful, but they don't say yes to everything. When they are tired, they say they are tired. When they are busy, they politely decline. When someone crosses a line, they calmly set a boundary. Who do you think people take more seriously? It is the second person. Not because they are mean, but because they have shown something incredible, valuable, self-respect. And people naturally respond to those who respect themselves. Because if you don't value your own time, why should anyone else value them? If you don't protect your peace, why could anyone feel guilty for disturbing it? Every boundary you refuse to set, send a silent message. My needs can wait. My time isn't important. My feelings don't matter. People hear that message no matter how you want to put it. People listen to those messages silently. Here is something uncomfortable. Not everyone who smiles at you has good intentions. Some people are incredible, skilled at recognizing those who struggle to say no. They don't need to threaten you. They don't need to force you. They simply know you will feel guilty enough to do it anyhow. They will say things like, I thought you care about me. You are the only one I can ask. I guess I will just do it myself. Those words are not always innocent. Sometimes they are emotional pleasure disguised as disappointment. And because people pleaser hate making others unhappy, they give in again and again and again until they become the person everyone depends on, but almost nobody checks on. The sad part is many manipulators don't even realize they are manipulating. They've simply learned that you will always give. They keep asking. It is not always cruel. Sometimes it is a habit. But whether intentional or not, the result is the same. You become emotionally exhausted while everyone else becomes emotionally comfortable. Listen, there comes a moment in every people pleaser's life, a broken point. Not because one big thing happened, but because 1,000 small things finally became too heavy. One more favor, one more sacrifice, one more fake smile, one more sleepless night. Then suddenly, you realize something. No one is coming to rescue you. No one is going to magically start protecting your peace. That responsibility belongs to you. And for the first time, you understand something powerful. Saying no does not make you selfish. It makes you honest. Setting boundary does not make you rude. It makes your relationship healthier. Choosing yourself is not that you are abandoning others. It makes you refuse to abandon yourself. The strongest people are not those who carry everyone's burden. They are those who are wise enough to know which burden truly belongs to them. And that is realization. And realization changed everything. Think back over last month. Think back over years. How many times do you agree to do something you don't want to do? How many times do you cover someone else's shit? Maybe you answer call late at night because you don't want to answer, but because you choose to please someone. Maybe you give away your time because you felt guilty of saying no. At first, it feels harmless. You tell yourself it's only this once, but only this once become every week, then every month, then every year, until one day you wake up living a life built around everyone's priority.